Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Nilla Green with the Beat Room Cool Down. I'm here with Zakat, amazing DJ. He's also like one of the head videographers for the Beat Room, doing his thing. How you feeling today, man?
Feeling great. Thanks
Yeah,
for having me on here.
no problem, man. No problem. So we're gonna get into the questions now. All right. So, what's a song that you never played in your set that you like and why?
Well, I think I sometimes mess around with a little bit of baby techno for my niece and nephew, but I've never actually played it out in public because I generally don't play a lot of techno, but that's the first thing
Okay.
that comes to mind for me.
Baby techno for your nieces and nephews. All right.
Yeah, a little Lenny Pierce.
Okay, cool, cool. All right. What's the first moment that you thought that, hey, this DJ thing is gonna take off?
I mean, I think when I first got into it, I just really enjoyed it, and I never really thought about it in terms of taking off. I was just like, I'm going to keep doing it because this is fun. And now, after been doing it for a couple of years, things are naturally kind of opportunities are opening up, and so I can see the work that would need to be done in order for it to be possible for it to really take off, and it seems something that's possible, and hopefully that's what's going to happen.
All right, cool. So what's the weirdest place that you ever DJed?
My first gig uh, was at a place in Houston where there was some type of sports convention, and they had me set up, but they didn't really give me good guidance. It was the first time I ever set up sound or anything,
Yeah.
and so it was a strange place to play. I don't think people were expecting there to be a DJ there, but I had a couple of friends come out, so I still had a good time. But definitely a strange place to play a gig, just some kind of sports convention thing, and it's like massive space. So
Yeah.
unless people were, in some reasonable vicinity for the speakers, it was definitely not going to fill up the sound for the entire room. You'd need a
Oh yeah, yeah.
legit production for that.
Yeah, so yeah, you were like with two PAs and what did you have as far as like the setup?
Yeah, I didn't even have a sub at this point. I
Oh, you
like
just had
borrowed some
man.
speakers. I didn't know anything about sound setup. It ended up being okay, but definitely was a good learning experience.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah. So what is a sorry. What's one rule that you swear by that you when you started DJing that you break now?
Um, I think that I just plan my sets a little bit less than I did when I first started, where I would want to know pretty much like exactly what song I was gonna play one after the other. And now I like to adapt to how people are reacting, and not focus so much on getting everything to be in key, and focusing
Yeah,
on more on just playing what the right song is at any given moment.
true. Yeah, because I mean, some people teach keys and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, like I said, sometimes you just want to live in the moment and just play what feels right.
Exactly.
So, um, what's a transition trick or effect that you like to use?
Lately, I've been getting into doing a little bit of, I call it digital scratching. I don't know if that's what it's really called, but if you apply a noise effect on a deck that's not active, and couple it with a trans effect, then you can make it sound like you're scratching without actually having to get all the
Yeah,
skills to scratch properly on the
yeah.
jog wheel. And you still use the crossfader for the transforming. But yeah, I've been messing around with a little bit of digital scratching, and I've been enjoying it.
Okay, cool. So, what kind of track instantly tells you that another DJ has good taste?
I'm a little bit biased when it comes to that, but when people start playing like deep cut progressive house tracks,
Yeah.
especially by producers that are maybe a little bit less mainstream,
Mhm.
that's when I think that at least they have good taste, and it's in line with my taste for that type of music.
All right, good. All right. What's a genre that you think is misunderstood?
I think techno just because I have a lot of friends who are more into like rock and roll and things like that, and so for them, all electronic music is techno. So I think there's definitely a lot of confusion, and of course, there's like 10 different types of techno with like peak time and hypnotic, etc. So I think there's confusion around what techno is, especially for people who are not super into electronic music.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. You play that techno stuff? I'm like, no.
I play
Techno's
it.
this is house, this is that. But
Yeah,
yeah, like
exactly.
you said, the average consumer is gonna call it techno, you know. So that's thanks to Eminem, right? All right. If someone listened to like 10 minutes of your set, what would they like walk away with?
Well, because I tend to mix longer tracks, they'd probably only hear two songs. But I think it depends on what set they're listening to, because I like to play slightly different genres from time to time.
Yeah.
But if they're listening to what I like to play most, which is progressive and melodic house, they'd probably find some very good build-ups and also just some beautiful kind of harmonies and melodies. I've been getting into more kind of you know happier sounds, but I do like to integrate a little bit of dark elements to the mixes as well. So a mix of kind of light and dark is what I'm going for, and it may not be every single track, but at least
Yeah.
throughout a set, I will definitely integrate a little bit of uh, dark tracks, but not so that the entire set is super dark
Yeah,
for the
for
most
sure.
part.
Yeah, you want to give them like a little bit of variety. Yeah. All right. What's a DJ habit that you secretly hate?
Um, Give me a second to think
No
on that
problem. Yeah, no
one.
problem.
Um, I mean, I think that just good protocol is after you're done with your set, if there's people playing after you, to kind of return knobs into like a normal position if put the tempo on wide or something.
Yeah,
Because especially if somebody's taken over from you, you might not notice a thing like that, and it can screw people up. So
yeah,
I generally try to, if I've done some different setup than what's typical, return things to their normal
yeah.
state before somebody who's playing after me is going to take over, to minimize the chance of them getting messed up.
Gotcha. So yeah, so make sure that you put your buttons, your knobs, everything back to default when you're done DJing because we don't like that. You know, we don't have to put the puzzle back together. You know, we want it like default mode. All right, what's a track that you overplayed that you will still play like if you had a set tonight?
Um, I think I play a lot of Boris Brejcha, and I do play different versions or different types of tracks from him.
Mhm.
But probably the one that I've played most is going to be um, Gravity, which is like his big hit, and so I would still play it just because it's such a good song.
Yeah,
But yeah, so sometimes, and especially when you've played a track a lot, you might not play it for a while, but then at the right moment, it's okay to bring it back, especially if it's a different audience that hasn't uh, heard you play or heard that particular song get played.
okay, sounds good. What's something that no one warned you about DJing?
I guess they didn't. I didn't realize how much marketing and social media you have to do in order to basically let people know that you're doing this, and
Yeah,
basically enable you to get opportunities and put you in good gigs, etc. So it's been actually fun. I enjoy doing it, but I didn't realize how much of it is actually doing that versus focusing on just the music
yeah,
element.
yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. So, what to you separates a DJ that lasts from a DJ that is just, goes by real quickly as far as career goes?
Consistency. I think people who just stick with it and are consistently doing all the things that you need in terms of listening to music, practicing techniques, promoting themselves. If you do that consistently, I think most people, after enough time put into it, are going to be successful.
Yeah, consistency, hard work. that makes you last for a really long time, right? All right. What are you currently trying to get better behind the decks? Like, what are you working on?
I think just quick mixing because in general I like to play progressive melodic house,
Mm-hmm.
and so I end up doing long transitions and doing a lot of overlaying. But once in a while, I end up in an environment where it makes sense to play something like tech house or funky house where you got to mix a little bit quicker, and so that's something I still think have a lot of room for improvement. So I've been focusing on improving that.
Okay, cool. All right, so last question, right? What is one piece of advice or just advice in general that you would give a DJ that's trying to come into this career path?
I think that just if you are looking to play gigs, show up to the events and support the DJs that are playing the type of music that you want to play. And once you start doing that, it's naturally going to help you develop opportunities, as well as you're probably going to enjoy it because you're listening to the kind of music that you like. So don't just sit there and focus only on the mixing and the like finding the music by listening to by yourself. Go out and support the people locally that are playing the type of music that you enjoy.
All right, wise words from a wise man. That's all. Thank you, Zakat, for showing up to the Beat Room Cool Down.
Thank you, Noah.
Appreciate you, man. It's a good
Appreciate you.
interview. So stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time. Peace.